Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Friday. Holy cow. How did this happen? It's Friday, August the 6th. Today is National Root Beer Float Day. Oh, I like root beer floats.
Do you? See, I've never been a fan.
I haven't had one in a long time. Today is going to be that day. National Fresh Breath Day. I like fresh breath. National Wiggle Your Toes Day. I love to wiggle my toes. National Water Balloon Day. Yeah, not so much. And International...
What? Oh, I loved water balloons.
Of course you do. You probably throw one at me. And it's International Beer Day.
I like beer.
I knew you were going to say that. All of that stuff happening today. And I've got a guest. This could be a Movie Star Monday as well. We've had so many amazing guests. We had 2 guests already this week that could have been Movie Star Monday. One on Movie Star Monday, and then Wednesday another one. And here we are again today. We have Dominic Burgess. He's an English actor. He's been in a ton of TV shows like NBC's The Good Place, CW's The Flash, Santa Clarita Died on Netflix, ABC's Modern Family.
Wow.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I mean, all of these things are huge. And he's been in a bunch of movies, too. Let's see. We got a horror film, Ma, Breaking News in Yuba County. I mean, it goes on and on. But then here's the thing we're going to talk about now. A new project with a couple of up-and-comers, Alec Baldwin, Christian Slater. I know, you might not have ever heard of them, but they're going to be big someday. Anyway, he's in this program now. It's called Dr. Death. So we're going to be chatting based on a true story. Going to be chatting all about that coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A new survey finds we stop worrying about what other people think of us at around age 46. I think Heidi started way sooner.
Yeah.
She's 46 now. Are you 46 now or are you 45?
I'm 46.
Are you 46?
Yeah.
Anyway, she stopped caring
years ago.
Survey of adults 55 plus also found we don't feel comfortable in our own skin until we turn 42. So there you go. A new study reveals 1 in 3 people admit that they've ordered food they didn't actually eat just so they could take a photo of it to post on social media.
What?
What is wrong with you people?
Oh, that is
1 in 3 people.
Ridiculous.
In a survey of 2,000 people, 40% admit to uploading images of food or beverages that they did not consume themselves. So they snapped a photo of somebody else's food that they were eating and then posted it. Why?
Here's something you need to know. Nobody cares what you're going to eat.
No. And they don't care what you're not going to eat. Don't spend the money on food you're not going to eat. Give that to somebody that's going to eat it. Holy cow. Do I have to? No, I don't. Thanks for listening to the John.
Gives you a headache, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
I just think it's time to, I don't know. Makes no sense. Move on. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A 20-year-old man faces charges of public intoxication and indecency after he took his clothes off in the middle of the road and tried to get into a car. Anthony Webb, age 20, charged with public intoxication, public indecency, and resisting arrest. That's not good.
Well then.
Yeah. It's happened June 14th. We might have read this way back when it came out the first time. I wonder why it's back in the news here. According to an incident report, he approached a vehicle in the roadway, tried to get into the vehicle, exposed himself to the people in the vehicle, and then tried to do a flip in the road. Apparently,
to do a flip.
Yeah, it did not go so well. He was incoherent at the time, under the influence of narcotics, tried to flee from law enforcement, didn't make it far. Taken to medical center for evaluation.
Let's hope he gets the help that he needs.
I really do
hope so.
Clearly
not.
Yeah, 20 years old. Not a good way to get things started. Like I said,
Not
I think
at
we
all.
read this story when it came out back in June. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Bachelorette star Claire Crawley had her breast implants removed after experiencing minor health issues. Not the first story we've read about somebody who did that and then said, I'm going to undo that.
I actually have a very good friend who did that and undid that because of just not feeling right. Yeah.
A new Venom Let There Be Carnage movie trailer has been released. Venom sees the return of Tom Hardy as Edie Brock, a journalist who becomes the host of an alien symbiote that turns him into the titular-headed chomping antihero.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
I just read it word for word. I've got no clue. I do remember seeing a trailer for the other one like this. This is not the first Venom thing. I saw a trailer for the other one. I was like, not for me. But apparently people liked it because they made a sequel. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com. Promo code radio. Singer The Weeknd says he has quit using hard drugs. I'm happy for you. That's awesome.
Shouldn't have been using them in
No,
the first place
you shouldn't.
they're
Hey,
illegal.
Hey, stop. He stopped. That's a good thing.
That's good.
You're like momming it up over here. Just say, hey, I'm really proud of you, man. Say that.
I'm really proud of you, man.
There you go. See, doesn't that feel good? No, not so much.
Well, I don't think he should be promoting it at all so that people even think that it was something that...
But he stopped. That's good. I think we celebrate when people do good things. Let's just get on that same team. New Jersey renaming a Parkway rest area after a rest stop there. Parkway rest stop after pop singer Whitney Houston. So that's cool, I guess. But is that a weird thing to name after her?
I don't think I would want a rest area named after me.
I don't know. It just I thought seemed like a really weird thing to name after somebody. But I don't know. I'm not in the naming after business. U.S. women's soccer team lost to Canada last week, or was it earlier this week? I don't know when it was. Whenever it was, 1-0. What is this? Oh, this is a weird story. Again, we don't follow the Olympics real close. I don't know when any of this stuff happened. An Australian canoer, because there's a time change. I think they're like 3 weeks ahead of us or something. Aren't they? No, not that much. Just a few hours ahead of us. An Australian canoer won a gold medal after using apparently she had a hole in her kayak. You know what she used to plug the hole?
Her chewing gum?
No, a condom. Why did she happen to have that with her? Does that seem weird?
That does seem extreme. Maybe she had it because she knows she could use it for something like that. Maybe it's just in case I need to with her.
Patch a hole in my canoe. What? And a Florida man washed up on a beach after attempting to walk hundreds of miles across the ocean on a floating hamster wheel.
Wow.
I don't mean to laugh because that sounds really sad, but what in the world? I don't get it. It doesn't say if he's alive or dead. It doesn't say. I hope he's okay. I really hope he's okay. What a bizarre story. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Dominic Burgess is our guest today, and he's been in a ton of movies, a bunch of TV shows. He's got a new project on the Peacock channel. It's Alec Baldwin and Christian Slater, and of course Dominic Burgess. It's called Dr. Death. Tell me a little bit about Dr. Death.
Sure, yeah. It's based on a true story about a Dr. Christopher Dunch who was operating on patients, actually injuring and maiming them further. People came out of his surgery with spinal damage and missing pieces of bone or foreign objects stuck in their body, and some people didn't come out of surgery at all, and it's terrifying and scary, and you should go and watch it right now.
This is not the doctor you'd want to go to, then, is what you're saying.
Oh my gosh, absolutely not. But I think, that's what makes it all the more terrifying. We go through our lives and we put our trust in people. If we have something wrong, if we need to go to the dentist or we need to go to the doctor, we put our faith in people of positions of responsibility that can help us. And I think when we hear these stories and they're true stories and we see what can go wrong, I think that's more scary than a killer clown in a movie. Not to say that those movies are bad, because I love those scary films too. But yeah, just the fact that it could happen to you is all the more scary, I think.
So you do a lot of comedies, but it doesn't sound like this is much of a comedy, is it?
Well, it's pretty grim. But, I will say that my character, Jerry Summers, does bring some levity to the situation. I played Jerry and Christopher Dunch's best friend, and they went through college together. And Jerry is sort of the lightness in Chris's life. He is friendly and open and upbeat and ebullient, and you see how Christopher Dunch manipulates Jerry, and actually Jerry elects to go under his best friend's knife too, and then everyone will find out what happens there. There are moments of lightness in there. Again, Christian Slater does a wonderful job at bringing a sort of lightness to his role, which balances out the darkness in there.
So a lot of the projects we know you for are very happy, cheerful, fun things. Modern Family, The Good Place, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, many other very positive, happy, cheerful things. This is a little darker. Is it a lot different for you as an actor to be in a film that's not necessarily a comedy?
I think I approach the work the same way, but it's lovely, as an actor to be able to sort of transcend genre and not get stuck into doing one sort of particular genre or style or tone of show. And like I said, Jerry, in the opening episodes, he is this sort of lighter character who is bringing the fun, and he just wants to have a good time. And I think as the show progresses and we see Jerry deteriorate sort of physically and realize what his friend has done, then it's a real treat for me as an actor to be able to go to those places and to play with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Again, Dr. Death can be found on the Peacock Network, which is kind of fun to say, the Peacock Network.
The Peacock Network. You find all of NBC's programming there. They've got Battlestar Galactica, and I think they've got The Office and Parks and Recreation, and now they've got their own original content on there as well. Is
this the first original content for Peacock?
I think they have other content up there. I think they did Girls 5 Ever, which is out, but I think this is the first sort of heavy drama limited series that they've done.
And there's some heavy hitters in this. We've got Christian Slater, we've got Alec Baldwin, we've got Dominic Burgess. I mean, what a great cast.
Yeah, it's always a treat to get to work with actors that you sort of looked up to and respected. And growing up, Joshua Jackson has always been my orbit of shows that I've watched, Dawson's Creek and Fringe, and so then getting to work with him was a real treat. So it's nice to get to interact and see how those people work and operate on set, to get to see him play Christopher Dunch, who is the opposite of that, is also fascinating to watch as well.
Dominic, thank you for taking the time to chat with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Again, Peacock's highly anticipated series. It's out now. It's Dr. Death. I'm going to throw all the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Stressed men have alternative proclivities.
I don't know what that means.
Nor do I. 2012 study published in the Journal of Plo 1, I don't know what that is either, found men who are feeling stressed out prefer women with curvier figures. Oh, The study had one experimental group perform a stressful activity, while another control group did not. Afterward, they were shown pictures of women with various body types. The men in the control group were asked to rate the women on a scale of 1 to 9. They rated pictures of women with higher BMIs as more attractive. So curvier women were more attractive to men who were stressed. So I
That
like
explains
that.
how we've lasted 21 years.
Would you just stop? I'm not that stressed. Wait a minute. Is that what you're trying to say? Or were you not saying that? What were you saying? I'm going to be quiet now. That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Mexico. Sad story here. A California woman was attacked by a crocodile while vacationing in Mexico last month. She was able to briefly fight off the beast before others intervened and saved her.
Wow.
Can you even imagine?
No, I cannot.
That would just be, that would be
pretty terrifying.
Yeah, probably not going to leave 5 stars for if she was. Where was she? Was she at a resort? Was she at a restaurant? Wherever she was.
Restaurant.
I don't know. I have no idea. Coffee was great, but the crocodile attack was not so fun. I'm not really sure. Going right to Yelp on this. All right, this is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Texas man had his sentence more than doubled after he was caught running a $12 million invoice fraud while awaiting trial for a separate
that's super
multi-million-dollar cattle scam.
Yeah,
31-year-old
smart.
Stuart Kyle Williams of Sweetwater pled guilty in March to creating a trench digging service for the oil industry and defrauding a finance company through the use of phony invoices. He was alleged to have run the scam starting in late 2018 until the following year. He was out on bond in a cattle scam case, which he was accused of stealing $2.5 million from the ranch. Anyway, I'm not going to get to all the details. Here's the long and short of it. He got caught doing something naughty. He was in trouble for that, going to court for that while doing something else naughty.
Wow.
Now he's going to get in a whole lot more trouble.
Naughty.
He was naughty, and he's getting a little smack on the wrist. He's going to jail for at least 9 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a bad idea. Don't do that. Just a bad plan. It's a weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A 31-year-old Michigan woman recovering after accidentally setting herself on fire and her car on fire whilst trying to kill bed bugs.
Oh.
Yeah. According to Fox Detroit, the woman was treated. Second-degree burns caused by setting rubbing alcohol on fire inside her vehicles and hoping to kill bed bugs.
How'd she get bed bugs in a car? I don't know that I've ever heard of bed bugs in a car.
They found the woman, discovered she had a panic attack after finding bed bugs in her car. In an effort to kill them, she poured rubbing alcohol all over the car and lit it on fire.
Wow.
Fire department assisted in putting out the fire. She is lucky to be alive.
Absolutely.
She's 31 years old. She set herself and her car on fire trying to kill bed bugs. This happened at 1:40 p.m., by the way. It's in the afternoon. It wasn't like this is in the middle of the night.
Right.
Not that that would have made it any better. It would have maybe explained it a little more, but this just seems bizarre. And now we're talking about bed bugs and I'm all itchy. Do you do that every time you talk about and I feel like creepy crawly. It's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, Apostle Highlands, Bayfield, Wisconsin. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Apostle Highlands.
It's a golf course.
And the answer is quiet on the green. It is a golf course.
Nice.
Good job.
Thanks.
You were like on a runaway train here. I don't know. I'm
You're going to jinx me, and now I'm not going to get it right
I'm
tomorrow.
not going to jinx nothing. You're get it right. You're going to do well. That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Here's a headline. Father saves twin daughters from a house fire despite not being able to see. I love this story. Take a listen to this. A father in Michigan ran into the basement of his home, which was on fire. Why did he go in? To save his twin baby daughters who were suffering. By the way, he suffered severe burns in the process. Ray Lucas, age 23, and his girlfriend walked to a gas station. When they got home 15 minutes later, their home was on fire. The house was engulfed in smoke. He said, I saw my mom and my niece standing in the door. They were frantic. His 18-month-old daughters, Milan and Malaysia, were fast asleep in the basement. He said, I knew I had to get my babies out. And he said, that is what went through my mind. Lucas had to navigate his home on sheer memory. He said, you couldn't see your hand in front of your face.
Wow.
He said, really, I could only find my babies due to my memory, just knowing where they were and knowing how to get to them. Both girls were taken to intensive care unit, treated for severe burns and smoke inhalation.
Wow.
And he was also treated for smoke inhalation and second-degree burns. He said, I was temporarily blind for about 3 days, but it was a miracle that later I could see. He said, I got burns on my arms, and for the most part, everyone is still here. The family did lose everything in the fire. A GoFundMe page has been set up.
Everything but their babies.
Exactly.
Stuff can be replaced.
And that's exactly what, it's like you know me. So there was a GoFundMe page set up. They had a goal of $40,000. What do you think it's up to right now?
Oh, probably double at least.
Way more than that. $465,000.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I love that. And I just, boy, what a tragedy to go through, to lose everything, but it could have been so much worse.
Absolutely.
Because the good news is they got those kiddos. So that could have been really bad if they hadn't.
Daddy's a hero.
He is indeed. Hero. I've got a link to the story and a link to the GoFundMe that's in there. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.